Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are you guys doing? Let's see who we have on this call today. Fantastic. We have actually, now I found you here, Brad, also. I'm going to make you co-host. Also, we have today, at least on the call, we have Mr. Brad Wilden, and we have also Mr. Scott Lamu, I think. Is that correct? Are you guys here? Yes, Brad is also here.
Yeah, I'm here, and Scott's here too.
Brilliant. Do we have Ali on the call also? She was supposed to be here, but I couldn't find her. Let's see.
She texted me to remind me to get on here.
Okay. Let's get started. She will join, I think. So, let's not wait for her. How are you guys? How are you?
Really good. We got about 10 inches of snow, so I liked watching that video with the sun and beach. So that looked good.
And I was actually, that is so funny because we have Nigel in Utah, there with you guys, and
yeah,
he's excited about the snow that comes. So yeah, I agree. I will have to, force myself upon you guys and come and visit for sure.
Yeah, come out and go skiing. It's good skiing out here.
Yeah, I had this crazy day today also. I'm supposed to be back on the island where I have a house, with the family for New Year, but we got delayed for certain reasons, and didn't make the boat, so it will be tomorrow. But all is good. And how are you, Scott? Are you here also with us?
Yep, I'm here doing excellent. We're down here at our cabin. You can see the barn in the background there. So
Brilliant.
We're here celebrating the new year with a lot of family, and so it's a lot of fun. There's snow everywhere, but yeah, it's beautiful. I hope my internet connection is good. We have a good Wi-Fi, usually a good Wi-Fi connection, but sometimes it breaks up when we're out here. But yeah, it's beautiful out here right now.
Let me see
if you can see the snow. Yeah, there's the snow back there. So
let's see if we can get Ali on the call also. Are you with us, Ali?
I'm here. I am.
Brilliant.
Good morning.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you guys are around the world. Today, guys, Ali will take over a bit also. We have a lot to do today. It's all gathering up. It's New Year actually coming up here also, and we had fantastic call, guys, and I know many people have been actually trying to reach me today, and honestly I had to take a sleep in the afternoon here also after missing the boat and so on, so I've been off the phone for a while. Sleep is good sometimes, guys. When you don't have enough of it, then the brain doesn't work anymore, so it's very important. But just for you guys to get an update here that are on the call today, we have had some fantastic calls the last days, and recently just we hang up with Ali also. There are a lot of things going on and a lot of things happening right now, and maybe you, Ali, can do a big bit of a recap also where we are, if you want to do that first maybe, or do we go ahead with the different projects first, updates with Scott and Brad? How do you want to do it, Ali?
We can kick off with Brad and Scott. I think they have some exciting updates, and then we can circle back. My connection is, I'm also kind of traveling for the holidays, and my connection's not the best. So I'm trying to just use my audio today because it slows down my Zoom.
No problem. No problem. And if you drop out there, we handle it for sure. So no problem. But thank you for being on the call. And just before we start, guys, also remember that in 1 hour from now, I will show you guys also how to use one of the VPS set up specifically for us to make it very simple. And it's ready to go, and it's very simple. You will like it. So let's go ahead. Who do we go first with? Brad is before from left to right here. So Brad, if you would go ahead, it would be brilliant.
Okay, great. Appreciate it. Let me jump on here again. Just talked with you guys probably about a week or so ago. So thanks for letting me back so early. The project's still moving forward. I was going to show you. I'll share my screen real quick to show you the design. We're kind of going back and forth with the card and our metal card designer. So this one's I want you guys to see if you like this one or not, because he's fighting with me. We want to have white. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. And you guys see that design there? Can you see it, or is it too small?
No, okay, we can see it. Yes.
Okay, so this part here where my mouse is, this is all supposed to be white. And this is the blue card, but the black card will have the same design. He's telling me if we keep this like this, it looks more like an embossed logo if we keep it this color, because when they cut that design out of the metal, it kind of embosses it. But we had pitched him a white, and so what do you think? I'm kind of struggling with it. I like the white.
It's very difficult to say before we see the first real one.
The physical, right?
I know. With the black, it will probably be very cool with the metal.
I think so too. This one, I think I'm gonna have the blue be white, and then once I get the physical card, I'll know. But I kind of agree with you. So
when do we have, Brad, these one ready for start get ordering by the people?
So great question. We're still on target. We are waiting. A couple of the snags are just Apple Pay and Visa approving the actual specs. They don't care about, they've already approved our design for the card. But like when you get the metal card, you have to have a certain thickness so it's accepted at all the merchant machines as well as the ATM card or ATM processing units. So we're still on target. Like I told you, we're hopefully pre-register the 15th. And I do want to apologize. I told you we kind of had to change some things, but we do have an activation fee for that digital card. I wanted to clarify that.
It's actually out that one. It's a one-time fee, yes.
Yeah, it's a one-time fee, and it, you know, all the other fees that we're paying for it, it's just if we issued 30,000 cards, we would be in the hole quite a bit of money. So our founder didn't want to foot the bill on that, so we had to put that in there. But we do apologize. Hopefully, as we grow, we can start to take that off. But as of right now, that's where it's at going forward. So those are the two items. Where we're at is, where was I going? Oh yeah, just waiting on Apple Pay for the integration of our cards, and then the spec approval of our metal cards. So we're super excited, feel pretty good about where we're at. It's kind of been like running a marathon. You don't run it real fast, but you just chop a mile away every day and try to get to the finish line. So we feel like we're about mile 22, 23 and can start to see the finish. So it's kind of exciting, and we're just glad to be a part of your group and excited to release this card. There's a lot of people excited to use this card, and the functionality of it's going to be awesome. Our motto is, you know, my mom's about 80 years old, and crypto's hard to try to sell and buy. And so we want to make it simple enough for her to be able to use it. So that's the first test, is bring it to her and make sure she can. Someone just sent out a question. How many switch nodes have you sold? We are at, I believe we're at, Al, you correct me if I'm wrong. Give me a take 100. It might be like 3,400 nodes sold.
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where we're at right now. Any other questions? I just have a quick update this morning. Nothing. I just wanted to show you the card. See what your thoughts were.
Thank you for that. And it's, I mean, when the year is coming to an end, and I know that many, people on this call has been with us for the whole journey, and it's so short, but yet so much have happened. We're talking only, a few months, and it feels so long for many people because, running into some obstacles, waiting for getting the nodes, and so on. So it's good to see you on the call and get confirmed that we are getting, rolling, by next month, and so on. And, just to say hello for the new year coming. And we had a really, really good call, like I said, with Ali and everyone before. Unfortunately, Stephen is not with us today. He's taking a rest. He's a little bit sick. So just so everybody else here on the call also know why Stephen is not on. He's fine, but needs some sleep, which is good sometimes, like I said. Then for Switch, what have hit me the last weeks actually, and I had a talk with one of my partners also, and Aaron, and also his brother, and so on. What makes this so interesting with Switch is obviously Switch in itself is fantastic. But combining all of these projects around it with green, with blue, with all of the other, projects around, Switch obviously is very much needed. I mean, also for people in GALA, you know, that do that since some time already. I mean, if you're looking at the specs from Switch and having no, you know, loading fees and having no transaction fees with the best choices and so on, that's revolutionary. And having the ease of switching it just over and getting it out automatized, like you said. Because you said, hey, my mom, she couldn't do crypto, I know, but Switch she could do.
Yeah, so we that's what we kind of tout ourselves, and no one really knows the background fees of a pay card program. It sounds like you do a little bit, but yeah, there's a 1.25% load fee. Every time you load your card, you got to pay that 1.25. The other thing is you have transactions costs. Every time you run that card, it's 25 cents, and many other fees. And we just didn't want to feed to death our customers. So we said, hey, here we go. For our base card, we're just going to do this, and then we'll pay the rest of the fees. So we feel like it's a pretty good card, and along with the crypto side of it, makes it even more advantageous. So
and you know what makes it even, we're going to come to that very soon. A lot of I have some background with, that's why I know about, you know, these loading fees, and, you know, I know the banking behind it, been in crypto for quite some time and so on. And we all seen, you know, that crypto is a bit up and down. And I believe that next year people can slaughter me by saying it, but I believe a big recession is coming again. You know, all the elements are in place, everything, banks are printing money like crazy all over the world. Now, what happens when a recession comes, guys? We are just going to jump over to DIGR. People jump into gold and precious metals. The big bear will hit the crypto also when it comes to recession. Now, my question is, where will the money flow? So with that, Scott, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. You guys keep talking about this sleep. I'm not sure what that is. I have a 3-year-old, and I don't know what you're talking about. But so yeah, my mom is also 80. She'll be 80 this year, and no matter how clearly I describe any of this, she doesn't get it. But she does get Switch. That's the only one she understands, and Switch is kind of the glue that holds all of this together. So we've got some we've made some incredible progress with DIGR. DIGR is going to be live here in as far as like being able to sell the nodes in just a few days. So we're just a few days out before the official launch of DIGR. And we're really excited. We've got some incredible partners that we've lined up. Obviously, we're cutting our deal right now with Todd Hoffman from the Discovery Channel on Gold Rush. So he's filming a brand new show. He's back on. He left Gold Rush a couple of seasons ago, but he's filming a brand new show and he's back on. And what he's negotiating right now is to be able to wear the DIGR clothes and everything on the show so that we can get some really big brand awareness, because he's fully bought into the DIGR model, to what DIGR is trying to accomplish, which is it's sustainable mining, it's do no harm mining, but it's also, which is ironic for a gold miner, to make gold more valuable in the ground than it is out of the ground. And we are confident we can accomplish that. The goal at DIGR is to make sure that we do for gold what Bitcoin did for other cryptos, which is make it accessible to replace, fiat. And so right now, all around the world, countries are hoarding gold. They're centralizing gold. If anywhere you go in the world, you'll find miners from other countries, China, India, and they're sending all that gold back, and it's being hoarded by those countries. They're centralizing gold, and we are going to decentralize gold. This year, we have plans to put about $10 billion worth of gold, digitize it into the DIGR program. So there will be many billions of dollars worth of gold and other in-ground assets that are owned by the DIGR blockchain. And that gold will be what supports this DIGR blockchain. It's not technically gold backed. We're not saying one coin represents X amount of gold in the ground. That's not how we're doing it. We're just harnessing the power of this gold by digitizing it and putting it out there so that anybody, anywhere can harness the power of gold by buying a node, by earning the DIGR reward. So we've got some really big things going, and you know, when we have our partners who are able to market this worldwide, and when the people see that we've got billions of dollars worth of gold that's owned by the blockchain, that gives confidence to people. It helps people understand that, you know what, the gold doesn't actually have, once you realize that, once you grasp the concept that the gold doesn't have to leave the ground for you to harness its value, then that's a game changer for everything. Because what you got to realize is gold powers economies, and it doesn't need to be out of the ground to power economies. You know, we have this supposedly, you know, gold in Fort Knox that's, no one's ever seen it. We don't know if the gold is actually there, but the idea that there's gold that supports these economies, and in some countries, and in what used to happen in the USA was the dollar used to be backed by gold, that gives people confidence. And so we hope to instill that same confidence by saying, listen, DIGR has gone out, we've bought the mining rights or bought the land for billions and billions of dollars worth of gold, and we're going to harness that power, but still have that value tradable. And so we've, you know, with our partnerships that we've got going on we're in talks right now with a representative that works in Haiti. And, you know, if you look at you know, there's some of these small countries that are basing their entire economy on Bitcoin. There are countries that want to do the same thing with some sort of gold token. And so we have a very high level connection with Haiti, and they're talking to us about, hey, what if we did something with DIGR? That's purely speculative. Don't count on that happening right now, but we're gaining traction, and we're gaining momentum, and DIGR's close. And we think that we have the potential to make some massive changes to change the way mining works. And now you still have to pull gold out of the ground, because gold doesn't just power economies, gold powers technology. Every computer that you're on, every phone that you're on has gold inside of it. So gold still has utility. It still has to be pulled out of the ground, but we're going to do that in a very public manner with Todd on his new show called Hoffman Family Gold that's going to be airing on Discovery Channel, to where he's going to go in and you can reclaim old mines. You can do it responsibly. You can make sure that these marginalized communities that normally get hurt by gold mining aren't hurt anymore. So what a beautiful concept, right? We keep the gold on the ground.
You know what is so brutal with that? Because you cannot only pull it out of the ground in the good way, you can even put it on the blockchain. That's right. Thing with it. And be able to prove that it is actually, you know, in the right way done. That's fantastic.
Exactly right. Yep. So we believe that, and again, there's other companies who've started to harness the power of in-ground assets. We like to say, look, we were first. And some people are like, wait, you can't do that. But our proof of concept has been validated, because we're starting to see other companies jump into that space. We're just going to do it bigger and better than everybody else, and have a much wider reach. We've got a better management team. We've got the better technology. So we don't care if other people start doing it. Nobody's going to beat what we're doing. And so we're going to be ready to launch here in just a few days. We're just literally finishing up the terms and conditions on our website. So we'll be able to launch the website, and we'll show you guys all of that. So we are literally days away from our digital gold revolution, where we believe we're gonna change everything about the gold industry, everything about the mining industry, and you guys will be a big part of that.
Can you tell me more about the television show because you said that there will be a television show about it.
Yeah. So Todd Hoffman was the star of a show called Gold Rush. So he left Gold Rush. Now, Gold Rush has a massive reach. Many of you guys may have seen it on Gold Rush or on Discovery International channels where you're at. It's the largest show in the history of Discovery Channel, and it follows Todd Hoffman and his family mining up in Alaska. Well, he left that show about 2 years ago, and he started a brand new one called Hoffman Family Gold that airs right after the current season of Gold Rush. He takes over that time slot when Gold Rush is over. So he just signed a 5-year deal. He has already filmed season 1. So season 1's going to air, but he's currently filming season 2, and he's all in with DIGR. He's going to wear the DIGR shirts and logos and all that on the show. And he's going to talk. I want to
stop you, Scott, with this. Guys, do you guys understand what kind of power that gives you as an affiliate? I hope you understand what kind of power that gives you. That's a dream for any kind of, network or worldwide. if you agree with me on that when you're on the call here. I see Simon here also. Imagine somebody says, yeah, but is it real? Okay, just go and check out Discovery.
It adds legitimacy.
That is massive, Scott. Massive.
Yeah, it adds a lot of legitimacy to what we're doing, because number one, he can promote it, you know, on his show, but you know, it has this way of just validating what we do, and being able to go, you know, look, we're talking about it. It's real. It's on TV, and it gets to show the world what we're trying to do as far as sustainable mining. And, you know, we're going to talk a lot about the Native Alaskans and how we're trying to preserve their land. And that's really near and dear to Todd's heart, is to do this the right way. And it's near and dear to my heart as well, because I spent 5 years in West Africa doing mining the wrong way, and working in communities where the more harm was done than good. When I was thinking, oh, hey, we're doing great because we're mining and we're letting the locals participate. But then you leave and the cocoa fields are destroyed and the river's polluted.
True.
And so this is the true
firsthand also here in Burma with the ruby mining, you know, and stuff.
Yep,
like that. So
that's right. That's right.
Same
So we believe that number one, we harness that power, digitizing gold, and we decentralize gold. There's a lot of power in that. There's a lot of opportunity in that. But secondary is, let's do some good. Let's help these communities who are hurt by mining and give them the power. Let them mine, but mine digitally. Every child in the bush in West Africa, they have cell phone towers everywhere. They all have an iPad. They can mine digitally. They can run a node and mine in their communities digitally and leave the real gold in the ground. Harness the power of the gold under their feet without ever pulling it out of the ground. And that's why we feel like there's this digital gold revolution, and we hope to change the world. I know it sounds ambitious. and if we get there,
fantastic, and it's so doable. That's the thing. It makes so much sense also.
But the punchline is we're very close. DIGR is going to be live here and ready to pre-sell our nodes in just a matter of days. And so we'll make sure we let you guys know. And Stephen will be the first one to make the big announcement, but it's coming very soon.
Okay, that is fantastic. Ali, are you with us?
I am. Yeah.
First of all, Scott, fantastic, and thank you for your time coming in, you know, right before New Year. It's highly appreciated by everyone on the call, I am sure.
No problem. One of the questions, I did get a question from someone, how can I know that you own the ground? And so in some cases with gold, we own the rights. And in some cases, because a lot of times it's on government-owned land, but you own the rights, the claim to the ground. And sometimes we just buy the ground. So when we buy the ground, that's deeded, it's simple. And when we own the rights, you know, we can upload that and show you that what we own. So everything is transparent. It's the blockchain. You can't fake anything. So everything will be owned and uploaded into the blockchain so that you can verify what we own. And so it'll all be, everything's transparent. So
that was very good. I didn't get that because it goes probably directly to you. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, we have here.
Yes. So the DIGR node is available in January, and yes, it starts at 2,000. I'm just answering some other questions here. Yep, that's it. So.
Okay. Are you with us, Ali?
I am. I just wanted to give a couple quick updates. I'm not sure those of you that have been paying attention to the social media site. There are some new updates there. There's a new section called Connect Inside, where you're able to get real life updates and real-time information as far as what's going on with blockbots, with droids, and there will be more inside tips and tricks as well that will be coming through there. And then as far as with those of you, we're getting close. I know that Stefan and Stephen have been mentioning this. There has been a temporary alignment that they're doing some adjustments on for the distribution. Part of what happens when you're working with blockchains, and this happens even on the Ethereum blockchain and different types of projects, is where they will realign. As a reminder, we are in alpha phase for testing out the vault for the different distributions. So those of you that have questions around that, that is a typical readjustment as far as what we're doing is making sure that everything is firing correctly, and the decentralized development team are working on that. So I know that Stefan, I believe you guys had mentioned that will be back on July, or excuse me, January, not July.
July,
I need some sleep too, apparently.
yes, January the 2nd, yes.
January 2nd, it will be back on. And so there will be announcements once that is pushed and available from the team. So just everybody keep a lookout on that top section called Connect Inside. That is right when you first log in to connectunited.com on the social platform. There's also any community member can do this. I personally, with pinned a few updates that I've seen that was really helpful, that I think a lot of people were asking different questions on. But if you find tips and tricks as well, you can do that as well. And those are pinned currently to the top of the social media platform as well for Vulture setup, or if you're using that VPS. As a reminder, you can use any VPS. It does not need to be Vulture. That one has just been very easy for people to get. Those that are not super tech savvy, that one's been a little bit easier for people to get through. So I found a video that somebody had created from the community and posted that. I thought that would be a really cool, tip as well for those of you that haven't set up your licenses yet. And then the other thing too is just as a reminder, there are some updates around the droids. You are now able to support 100 droid licenses on up to one device. So that's a little bit different than the block bots. Those you do have to run per device. So just for clarification there, and I'm not sure if you want to go into that a little bit more, Stefan, or what your thoughts are, but I thought that was pretty exciting as far as with updates.
It's very, very, very good. And if I'm not totally wrong, we are expecting to now by the end of the year actually get guys running the reward plan and the structure and so on into the system. Now, I got a lot of questions about that. Are we sure that it will be correct? We have all guys, all correct from the wheel that comes to the structure and so on. So you do not need to be worried about that. We will check everything before it goes live, that it is correct, with the first levels and so on. So this only was something that came in our group chats and so on, just for people to understand that, don't worry about your structure. It's there.
Yes, that's when you're onboarding, that was one of the reasons why it was so important to put who you were referred by, so that your sponsorship's there, and that a lot of you have already completed. So you'll be able to see that with some new updates with what they're calling the Blockbot report. I know Stephen has mentioned this before, but that will be a really exciting tool for you guys to be able to use, that along with the Connect Pay side. So I've seen some demos of that, and I'm really excited. I think that will really be cool to add to the project as well.
I will get Carlos is asking here something. Please, Carlos, can you ask your upline to give my information so we can help you out on outside of this call, so to say. Guys, what is it more here, Ali? What do we have more for them? Do we have something more for today, or are we fine?
As far as with updates, I think that's a lot of new things that are coming out to the blockchain space. I know that they're also pushing out some updates for the nodes so that you can tell the difference between your droids versus blockbots. So I think I can't stress enough that this project, again, is still in beta testing. So there are going to be, again, some developments, and it's going to be continued to be pushed and updated, but it's really exciting to be part of the original, members that are kind of going along for this journey and pioneering this whole project. It's really cool to be a part of it. So again, any community member can come into the social platform. So you don't necessarily, if you want to share with friends and family and get them involved with the project as well, even if they are, not looking at droids or they have some questions, the social media aspect, you guys can get anyone involved. So, your moms, you guys have all been talking about your moms this morning. You can get them involved with the project, and who knows, maybe they'll start to be excited about DIGR just like you are, or Switch as well. So.
Yeah, it's and something that you can point out, I think, Ali, for everyone on this call is also that please make sure to log in and go to your Connect account every day and so on, because it's happening a lot. And make sure that you also you surf around on it and you learn what is there, because I finding more and more every time I'm going there, what comes to self-help also. Could you point out again, Ali, where to go for the self-help there, because it's a lot under that one also, where you can get information how to fix certain things and so on.
Yeah, so there's two options to get self-help. So you can go on to support.connectunited.com. There's a lot of articles, again, that different community members are helping support and kind of organize with that. And then there's also the social platform. I mean, you can ask on a peer-to-peer basis. There are people that have been following this project a lot longer than some of you on the call. I mean, they've been involved with this for over a year or even longer, just really supporting and adopting different projects with Connect. So I would definitely encourage people to ask questions, reach out, connect with new friends. That's what Connect is all about, is creating a community to help and support each other on similar projects and beliefs as far as what where blockchain technology is going. So definitely would encourage people to do that. The other thing that I would mention too, I'm getting a couple quick questions, is that in the ability to share and be able to get people signed up for the social media platform or just any of the products in general, you can do that through your application. So you can access that one of two ways. You can either go to connectunited.com and click on the app section right there at the top, or you can go onto app.connectunited.com and log in directly from there. And inside of there is a section, if you're on your computer, it says share. And if you're on your mobile device and you've saved it as an application for a progressive web app on your home screen, you can click and see the little icons for sharing. And that's the second to last tab on there. And it's a really easy button. You can just click and it will copy a link for you, and that is cryptographically tied to you specifically. So it's unique for you to be able to share and have your friends connect with you too. So those are just a few questions that I'm getting on the chat, and I'm sorry I'm not able to answer all of these questions, but as far as with the distribution, I do know that is going to be pushed out on January 2nd. If you have any bugs or anything that is specific to your account that you would like to be able to have troubleshooted or give feedback to, again, help develop with this project, you can also go on to support.connectunited.com and submit a ticket on there that will go towards the decentralized development team for them to take a look at. And if there's any questions on there as well, again, there's a lot of self-help and articles and tutorials as well to kind of help you get started on the Connect project. But I think that's all the updates that I have, Stefan. I hope I've answered most of the questions here.
Yeah, it's a lot always coming that is addressed in all calls. So I want to point out, guys, also make sure to listen into the recent calls again if you forgot something or haven't really listened, because I'm noticing each and every time that I'm getting every single time questions that I addressed in the previous call. Seriously. So it's not enough to just play, put the play button on the video that is recorded. It's actually called listening, and looking at what's going on. So that's important. And you said, Ali, something also, David, and I will want to point out that also the social media part, guys, from Connect. I will move over my communication after New Year to that. So you better get used to it. So that means that my help also, and what I do, you know, what comes to Telegram today, what I do, what comes to, you know, to YouTube and so on, it will move over to Connect, because we need to learn it, we need to adapt it if we're going to be successful, correct? So that is basically what it's all about, learn to earn. Now, Ali, thank you for being on this call. We will have a new one again. We will show them with setup of a VPS that has been created specifically for the guys here. So we will have that in 24 minutes, actually, from now. So I want to thank you, Ali, and wish you a Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year to everyone as well. Thank you, Stefan.
Let's get 2022 rocking, guys. And the last question here that I got, and I'm looking at right now also, is that until the 2nd, guys, the reason for this pausing in the distribution of green is exactly why people ask that, you know, when you have been, you know, running your nodes and so on, there has been some glitches in it. It's been repaired. It has also been adjusted to actually have the droids, you know, with the different droid licenses versus node licenses and so on. So all of this will be done by the 2nd of January. And from that, the green distribution will resume. Why is it so important to get it right? It's very simple. Before we start tapping in DIGR, tapping in blue, all of these, they obviously run with a very similar script, correct? So it is very well now that we've been able to test everything, find, you know, the things that needs to be adjusted and so on, so we can run it splendidly from the 2nd of January and start to earn some commission also. So see you guys. Thank you, Ali, once again. Thank you, all of you that was on this call, and I will actually see you in a few minutes from now if you want to see the VPS solution that, in my opinion, is simple and brilliant. See you soon.